While everyone is out, and I'm going to be joined remotely by Lacoste from Croatia. Here we go, my friend. It's time to head back
10
over
seconds
to
remaining.
the stateside for servers, where MP may feel a
5
little bit more
seconds
comfortable,
remaining.
but I don't know. How do you think this is going to go? Would you say it would be an upset if
Reserve
SG were
time.
able to pull out this Game 3 win and knock out MP?
I don't think it's an upset. The teams are pretty much on the same level of skill. SG is just stepping up in the past few months, showing what they can do. NP, on the other hand, they're swapping two players, and I guess they still also need some time to figure out
Radiant team
how everything
pick.
is going for them.
Let's see how the teams take a new approach into game number 3 as we get down to it. MP are going to be claiming first pick for this game 3. SG will lead out with a couple of
10
formidable bans
seconds
now
remaining.
and some previous MP picks. They get rid of the Treant Protector and that
5
Envy
seconds
/
remaining.
Fata Death Prophet. While MP get rid of a comfort pick for SG in removing the Dazzle and now the
Team pick.
Warlock. And with their first pick, look at this, for game 3, they're going to go with the Wisp. Now, Lacoste, I don't know if I've personally, they probably have played Wisp with this new team, I'm sure, but lots of Dota's happening, and I can't, unfortunately, catch it all.
10
I haven't
seconds
seen them play Wisp
remaining.
yet. Is Pi playing the Wisp, or is Owie playing the Wisp?
And you
Dire
think
team
I
pick.
watched all the games for?
Maybe you have a better idea than me. I wasn't too sure here. I've seen both these players play Wisp on their respected teams in the past, so I was just I'm kind of curious who actually plays it here for
10
MP.
seconds remaining.
I think both players can actually play it with
5
Pilot Eye and
seconds remaining.
AUI.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's really a problem. Both
Radiant
players are
team
very
pick.
versatile. Also have a good hero pool.
This second support pick might make things a bit more clear, that's for sure. But speaking of support picks, SG get the last remaining prize support, and Crystal Main will come out once again.
10
Sister
seconds
Lena, though,
remaining.
not far behind. Also going to get grabbed. A little bit of that fire
5
and ice
seconds
coming out from
remaining.
SG to start things out with game number 3. Like that?
Yeah, seems like SG Sports have Game of Thrones lineup.
And then look at this, Team MP maybe taking a page out of the book we saw from DC earlier when it was Thunderbirds with that commitment to Lena in the mid lane, and the response came out from DC with the Abed TA. Here, we're seeing it again.
Yeah, well,
Radiant
maybe
team
if
back.
SG picks Naga Siren, they will have Song of Ice and Fire.
That was
yeah,
great. Good
On a more
choice.
serious note, Templar Assassin
Dire
against
team
Lena
back.
we saw Templar Assassin shitting on Lena in the previous game, previous series. Again, Lena with the Crystal Maiden. Lena should be able to spam, but she needs like a defensive item
seconds
to
remaining.
survive that. Like a Shadow Blade and have good rotations to
seconds
actually shut
remaining.
down Templar Assassin. We saw
Yeah.
Spirit Breaker
Yep.
and Arcane Aura plus Lina. It was
Reserve
not enough
time.
to. But also, it was a lot of stacks for Templar Assassin in jungle.
Radiant
We'll see
team
how
back.
this game will go.
Do you think any chance SG could call an audible and switch this Lena to a support? Is Crystal Maiden Lena a pretty bad support too? I mean, Frostbite and LSA together is a lot of stun
10
and kind of
seconds
nice.
remaining.
Is there any chance for that? Or do you think they're going to be sticking with the mid
5
lane Lena,
seconds
even if it's a
remaining.
matchup against TA?
I think they're gonna go with Lina
Reserve
anyway.
Okay.
Lina mid anyway. So I never heard actually anyone calling Lina stun LSA.
Really? I heard that
Yeah.
from, I can't remember who. It might have been Mott, but I think there was someone else too. I want to say a pro player I heard say it. And I'm like, that sounds pretty cool. So I took it, and I've been.
It sounds like a disease. Do you have LSA? Like yeah. Oh man, shit.
Dire team
Or
pick.
a drug. You have LSD.
Yeah.
It does destructive work, nonetheless. We'll have to see. Yeah, I would agree with you that it seems likely to keep the Lena there, but I wanted to put that
Radiant
out as a
team
small possible plausibility. Darkseer, the third pickup for SG now. Offers them already some great high ground defense potential. Tavo, pretty clutch with the hero, able to land some good vacuum wall combos up in previous time. And then MP will move into the Nyx Assassin grab.
Instant Lifestealer pick,
Radiant
good against
team pick.
Nyx Assassin, good against Io, so against TA. But the Nyx Assassin against Darkseer prevents him from like blinking in. If there's Iron Shell
10 seconds
casted
remaining.
on Lifestealer who is in front line, and Nyx Assassin
5
just
seconds
uses
remaining.
Carapace, it stuns Darkseer and he can't go in.
That's true.
Reserve time.
And no real good vehicles either, unless you get the Blink Dagger on Darkseer, but I wonder what kind of 4 position. I mean, maybe Spirit Breaker. You could just ride the Spirit Breaker into the fight, I
Dire
guess.
team ban.
But now an Ember Spirit comes out from MP, and they might have to consider some new options now on being able
This
to
is,
lock them down.
Yeah, this is 0 lockdown for Ember, aside from Frostbite.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, you can't really bank on getting the stun from Lina to
5
connect onto
seconds
Ember Spirit at
remaining.
all times. Frostbite alone is just not going to fit the job.
Reserve time.
We'll have to see what it is they consider here. Because MP putting together some nice pieces. And,
Interesting bans though. Like we saw Kunkka being banned last game, now Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, nothing about the MP lineup says we're going to go super heavy push, that we want to go for a Shaman in any way, but
They need a hard lockdown for SG. If it's mid Lina, Lifestealer, it's a kind of a position 4 and vehicle for Nyx. You said Spirit
Radiant
Breaker.
the best
but
thing, honestly, to fit all those bills is in my opinion, is like Earth Spirit. But again, I just don't know. You have your vehicle then to roll in with Lifestealer. You have Silence for the Ember Spirit. You know, some stun and such. But I don't know. Earth Spirit hasn't really been a
10 seconds
successful hero
remaining.
in these qualifiers, and a lot of teams have just kind of glossed over him.
5
Didn't really
seconds remaining.
bother. We got to see it in the last game, but you know, I wouldn't say that that game was because of Earth
Reserve
Spirit in
time.
any way. We'll see though.
I'm here, I'm just looking at the heroes.
Yeah.
I'm cheating.
Yeah, that's fine. You could cheat. Last band, though, to come out for NP and what they might feel is a possible threat. And there goes the Air Spirit. So
Radiant
even what would have
team
been a
pick.
decent last option is now not going to be available to
Dire
SG.
team pick.
MP get the Enigma once again, it looks like. So it is going to be a support Nyx Assassin. I mean, I've seen MSS play a good share of offlane Nyx Assassin, even being able to have some good, successful, greedy Midas kind of Nyx
10
Assassin
seconds
games.
remaining.
But the trend as of recent has been that 4-position Nyx Assassin.
5 seconds.
But
it's not,
but you don't think
Yeah.
it is?
it is for position
Alright.
Nyx Assassin. I mean, Io
Reserve
and Nyx,
time.
you can't leave Io just full support Enigma jungle Nyx Assassin
Yeah.
offlane.
I mean, even Nyx Io, though, is kind of an awkward support duo.
Yeah.
But MP are going to look to find a way to be able to make it work. Curious if their laning would suffer from
10
it at all.
seconds remaining.
Wisp not one of those natural kind of side lane
5
babysitters.
seconds
And
remaining.
you could say the same for Nyx. Final pickup is going to be a Slardar. I think that kind of fits the bill pretty nicely for King RD. He'll have to somehow find a way towards a Blink Dagger to be an assisted vehicle for Lifestealer, but now you have an extra bit of a crush to be able to get some lockdown on the Ember Spirit, let's say, and now map vision with your Corrosive Haze and some additional minus armor to benefit your physical burst coming out from Lifestealer.
Yeah, well, I don't know how we missed that Slardar. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I know why I maybe missed it, because it's almost 4 a.m. here, but why did you miss it?
I actually made the call for Earth Spirit, which was banned, so I made a half call. I'll take it.
No.
I just didn't know. I forgot about the Slardar follow-up.
Even if you got it right,
10 seconds
the
remaining.
audio is probably
Yeah,
correct, so-
yeah, that's a good point. That's a good
5
point.
seconds
Again,
remaining.
guys, hopefully there'll be no more robots. What I've decided to do is I just reset the box between every game, but we're going to throw out these Scarlet boxes and set them on fire probably after this one for sure. But here is our final draft of our final game for today. Tomorrow going to be our last day, and when we're going to be having the grand finals of this qualifier, we need to find out which of these 4 teams is going to be the one to get eliminated, SG or NP. One will go, and we'll have 3 left.
Do you want to predict?
I don't know, to be honest with you. This is a tough one to call. I'm slightly putting
Prepare
favor
for
towards
battle.
MP in this game. A little concerned about the support duo, but Ember Spirit and TA, for some reason, seem to have my heart on this one.
King RD couldn't place the ward. Yeah, I'll go with NP as well. I think they have kind of a easy lineup with Temper Assassin, Ember Spirit, and MSS really played a good Enigma last game. On the other side, SG, I still think they lack lockdown for both Ember, Templar Assassin, and Enigma. I mean, you have... Okay, once Enigma gets a
30 seconds to
BKB, you
battle.
have nothing to stop Black Hole. Maybe like a sneaky Slardar bash from behind.
Yeah, right. I don't know. That's that would be a bit unreal. But you're right. If MSS itemized appropriately, there's not much to really stop him from this. Is that a golden life stealer set? Nice. Good for HFN.
The battle begins.
Got the golden
Yeah,
hat.
really nice for him. I'm so happy that he has it, and I have the shitty one.
Yeah, me too. Don't worry. I don't think I've ever gotten a very rare mortal.
I don't like this. Nice. It looks like some kind of crippled lizard.
Yeah, it's like an alligator mechazoid thing.
Then I love him. I love crocodiles and alligators.
Yeah, the cost, go figure.
Yeah, you mess with the croco, you get the gloco.
Not see you later, alligator. I've never heard that one.
Yeah.
All right. So our Lina TA matchup, as expected, is going to be underway here. Fata's TA to match up against ADR's Lina, and a matchup where TA should favor on paper. We'll have to see how much outside interference is going to be there. Interference already coming out as Aoi spots out Tavo trying to jungle farm nearby. He went with that level 1 mana burn and will begin to poke and prod his way and annoy it as much as possible.
Yeah, this Nyx Assassin's position 4, like, really pain in the ass for the offlaners. Well, you can't, like, if you check Enigma, you can't. If you're an Nyx Assassin, you want this shit to Enigma.
Enigma just gets to jungle his way. He doesn't even going to bother going to the lane. So HFN just gets a free lane to himself, but King RD, after bulking his way towards the level 2, can kind of go around the map as he pleases, grabbing up bounty runes and maybe looking to make some setup plays happen. But
Oh, Enigma just chilling in the forest with his Nigmas.
yeah, you know, they're hanging around, holding down the block. And we'll join Fata in a early shrine hit. But this will be uncontested jungle action coming up for the Enigma one. Oh, Aoi's still deep. Dancing around with Tavo a bit. The pesky Iron Shell will burn him back. It's going to be a very slow early game, it feels, unless, like I said, King RD looks to go and get a bit frisky early on. Which he goes in deep. He plants down his sentry to block out a camp, and will grab up the bounty rune from the NP side. That's a nice little pickup for him. Meanwhile, for DR, there's a regen rune waiting for him.
Regeneration.
RNG going their way.
C14 needs to come back in jungle and try to secure Tavo to actually get some XP and gold there, because Nyx Assassin stole almost a full level.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, C4T's in there to kind of pick up from those camps right now, and Darkseid will head back to that bottom lane in the meantime. Pi You know, because of the position he is in, it looks like. Pop some wards. It's not going to be a quick bottle, unfortunately, for the Wisp. I know that you like to
It
see.
is. It's coming to him.
Oh, well, then I'm a frickin' liar. There's the bottle coming on in. And they might be delayed a little bit on flying the courier. Owie has the money for it right now, but maybe Pi is just going to be the one to save up for it. So now he's got a bottle, and he's going to give a boost of some extra mana to Owie right now.
Mid matchup, 15 against 16. Fata doing a good job. Is there any like rotations that can come from SG? Well, yeah, Crystal Maiden can rotate and they can score a kill on Templar Assassin. Even Slardar can. He's level 3 with level 2 sprint. He can easily go in. Slardar's getting a lot of gold and XP on top.
Yeah, he's been moving between getting the bounty run on the MP side, waiting the one on his side, and then working in the jungle camps in between. He has a nice little routine happening right now, but hasn't ventured too far from the top lane at the moment. Coming back to the lane though is going to be MSS. He shows up. He's level 4.5 at 4 minutes in with arcane boots. You know, just your casual Enigma jungle rotation will do that. And C4T could rotate over, but I don't think there's any easy openings here for your first blood. Ah, mid lane! That's where the first blood goes down. We catch the back end of it. It's going to be Fata who moves in and secures it. Lina gets surrounded and hit. So it was MP we're going to be looking for the rotations to come from, not SG side. I mean, Owie's been really all over the place, but eventually finds his way with Pi towards the mid lane for a setup.
Okay, Tao can't really get much on that bottom lane. I mean, he's sitting on 20 CS, but Nyx Assassin again with those mana burns being so annoying.
Meanwhile, Fata and Pi have become a tag team here. Oh no! And C4T has run right into Fata and right into his own demise. That is unfortunate. She was probably looking to go a bit deep and investigate possibly a Wisp maybe jungling about. I'm not too sure, but whatever the case may be, it's now going to be 2-0 for MP.
Yeah, on NP sides there are 3 bottles. Even Ember Spirit decided to go for both Wisp, Ember, and TA. This is like really rare to see.
All right. Envy. Yeah, deep in. Bounty Rune's going to get taken up as they're happy to walk away from their bottom lane. Another move is going to be made on ADR.
Oh, nice stun.
Beautiful stun. Envy just dives on in with the Remnant Party and will help with the follow-up as they take another 2 and pull ahead 4-0. It's MP just happy to pull out the reinforcements here towards the mid lane and punish this Lina early on.
It's Ember Spirit with a haste rune. TP's immediately back to bottom, not to lose any XP or farm. And they're dealing some serious damage to mid tower. Almost half HP gone.
ADR's back now, but that is 2 hard shots for her to take, and she is now going to be trailing behind a bit to this Templar. A full level behind and a good chunk of CS on top of it. Now Fata looking to dance around, can't fully sidestep the stun there. Now finds himself hit up with a frostbite. ADR has that Laguna, but obviously not going to be looking to pull the trigger there unless he can guarantee the takedown.
Is there any stacks in the forest? No. Wisp was very active on the lanes. He's in 4 out of 4 kills, so didn't have much time to actually stack.
But, you know, at least they were able to get Fata involved with a couple of kills. He's actually 3-0, so where you don't have the extra stacks, which would be great, at least he was able to get a lot going for himself outside of that and in the early game. Envy on the bottom lane. Looks like he's going to be heading on back here. As Aquila's now done. He's got the remnants to work with and picks up his wand. So your early get up is now complete. And it looks like it's going to be a Midas pickup for MSS. We had the pleasure of talking about a couple of different Enigma builds this week, and you know, S4's Enigma showing at the DAC and even the Kiev Major a little bit was very impressive, and maybe MSS going to be looking to pull out a similar build here for this game.
Yeah, he should go for that kind of a build, like a Blink Dagger into BKB, into Blink Dagger.
Wait, what? Sound like you said Blink Dagger into BKB into Blink Dagger.
No, BKB first into Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing to stop the black hole once he gets a BKB.
Could pull out that late game Octarine core too, and almost having a black hole per fight would be pretty nice. But while everything seems to be going pretty smooth for MSS, and he's tasting that Midas, he actually goes forward for the black hole, thinking he's going to get the jump on HFN, but that's when everyone shows himself. But look at this, a rotation coming. Pylite Eye steps in with the first relocate of the game, and they will blast down ADR as a response. HFN, ooh, he is hiding within those trees. They do ping out his location, but they don't move in to spot him out. And it looks like they just assume he's going to be TPing away. He does end up TPing away, but a tit for a tat.
Enigma was being really aggressive on that lane. I'm not sure if SG knew that Wisp hit level 6, so he had relocate on. Wisp is actually level 7 right now.
Yeah, that fight put him up an extra level too. Relocate is going to be something that they will have to take note of here. And it looks like MP will just kind of trade up the lanes for the meantime. Aoi can take over mid lane as he tries to build up towards getting that level 6 and getting that Vendetta online for the team. Fada takes to the jungle to work through some stacks. Same goes for MSS as he's about to finish out his Midas here. And for SG, you know, looking over, and they still need more time. It's getting actually pretty close for King RD. I guess he's just straight rushing Blink Dagger. He has a little over 2,000 gold. He almost has it. But that's all he'll have. Boots Blink.
Well, it will be enough to surprise to get a kill on with an Iron Shell and Nikes in them. It will be enough pretty much to kill anyone. They will try to get Ember Spirit or TA, probably a TA, so that she doesn't snowball that hard.
And now that TA is working her way through this mid-tier 1 tower. Looks like she'll get it without too much trouble. Meanwhile, bottom, they are going to relocate. They're looking to get the grab onto Cat, and they will do it. Doesn't really take a whole lot of extra effort for her to go down. But it looks like MP can follow this up with some back-to-back objectives as they could pressure this bottom tier 1 also. But Pi does bring the company right back to the mid lane, it would appear. And they're going to hang out for maybe scouting out for maybe some new pickoff opportunities, but whatever the case may be, Aoi's got a ward. He'll plant it pretty deep, and MP will hold on to the control of this early game. They have a couple of deep, actually, wards down.
Yeah, that's true. They have a really good vision. Nikes and Slaughter.
Yeah, this is the Blink debut on to MSS. Will it be good enough? Yes. All right, there you go. Blink Dagger debut. Helps SG double up on their kills from 1 to 2. And maybe get some follow-up pressure after it. But something they certainly needed. It was getting a little hefty here for MP leading up to that point. It's still a pretty good game for him. And for Fata, straight to the Blink Dagger on his TA. I don't know if that was acknowledged yet, but he's going to hold off on the Desolator for now, as he's already getting a pretty good pacing.
Well, he decided to go for Blink Dagger because they have a good initiation with Ember Spirit, just Nyx Assassin and relocate, so when they initiate, he will be able to position himself easily in a fight.
Also helps him get around the map a bit faster and farming up for just having the Deso before the next fight anyways, it would appear. So he might even get it before then. Envy on the top lane also farming out. He went right to the Boots of Travel. Not going to be going Veil or anything of the sorts. It looks like a Blade Mail will be the next pickup for him. So.
It's gonna be either Blade Mail or might switch to Solar Crest. Again, it's the only item that can keep you alive against Nike's Slardar combo.
Here's Owie stalking with that Vendetta. HFN pops his rage, but they'll turn it right back around onto him with a black hole setup. Now MP on the move while SG frantic to try to make it out. Fata able to slow with the trap. He steps back from the low ground. C4T gets separated, tries to go for the freezing field, but should be bursted down within 3 shots. MP scrambling to look to go for more. A rotation comes in from ADR, hiding within under the tower. MP may not look to go any further. Satisfied with the 2-man takedown, though.
MSS just died to that Nike Slardar combo. I was talking about also a build on Ember Spirit that is the only way to survive against Nikes and Slardar, and he immediately buys that medallion.
Meanwhile, Fata goes down. Fata maybe a bit greedy there. Had plans to go and farm up SG's ancient camp. They had that ward still just north, but what he didn't anticipate was that they were waiting at the shrine, so they just simply jump him from the high ground, and he ends up going down. And an unfortunate little misplay of maybe Fata getting a bit too comfortable. And with him as highest net worth, SG will be super happy to take it. Now, they head right back into the NP side, do a little bit of a D ward, and then head right back out. Owie has that Vendetta now, so C4T is going to be spending quite a bit of money on sentries and already dropping about the lanes.
Yeah, C4T, every single game he's playing, I feel like, okay, they gotta kill on Tavo, but C4T always like has to invest a lot. There's always a Shadow Blade, some Invis heroes always end up being on the bottom of a network chart.
Yeah, it's going to be a struggling game for this Crystal Maiden, unfortunately. Hoping not to be suspect of too many side blade strikes that are going to one-shot her out of this game. All right, SG. They're thinking about moving again. They still have the Slardar Blink Bomb available to them. And if they keep this trek forward, they will find themselves an easy Wisp takedown. And there it is. Bada bing, bada boom. And it will be another pick-off here. While Pi is simply trying to just farm on the side, he will get tagged and bagged.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
It's a really early Solar Crest pick up by Enigma. And that will keep him alive, and he can boost whoever they try to focus.
Oh, a movement in, a jump for Tavo. He has just been returning to this top lane, but now SG are going to be rotating over. He's able to drop the wall down. MP look to make the retreat. Fata looks to go within the trees. King RD has the dust, pops it out, but King RD eating a lot of damage now. C4T zones them all back with the freezing field. Fata's going to get stuck on the right-hand side, and that's when they'll make their move. All right, good rotations there. The SG team to the rescue. We'll be able to move on in and get a big pick off on Fata.
Again, Fata died again. It will delay his Deso. It's a 16-minute. It's gonna be like a 18-19-minute Blink plus Deso.
Yeah, that's crazy because he had been trying to queue up for that thing for what feels like a while now. Maybe back when he was going for that ancient camp, was hoping to be able to get the finish right then and there, but now brought down twice. Things will get delayed, and the TA snowball window is a very delicate one, and not one you want to kind of
bottom tower is under attack.
let go, you know?
Yeah, well, it doesn't feel like TA will snowball anymore this game.
Yeah,
it's kind of late for that.
We'll see here if Fata somehow is able to kind of bring together this Deso. MP can maybe take a fight. They can now have that ability to be able to take down the Roche too, and that could be enough. Here's SG waiting on the high ground. King RD calls upon the Lifestealer once again, but it doesn't look like MP are going to be.
Oh, they saw that smoke. I mean, Lina was in range and she was hitting creeps.
They also had that ward over on the high ground too, which could have seen it. But if she was in lane, able to spot it, that would be a bit more unfortunate. They're using the rest of the smoke to head themselves inside the Roche pit. MP take to the high ground on their shrine side. But they are not running in for a fight quite yet. A good scan does come out from SG, and they will get a reading onto Envy on the other side. But SG can't even commit inside the Roche pit to go to work.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, Envy.
And they're going out the other
Oh,
direction.
nice reaction.
Wow, he sneaks
Nice
out with a
flight.
slight set down and is able to grab the haste and go right back home.
A soldier's fortune.
Double damage.
Oh, bounty rune 2.
Never
Yummy, yummy.
refuse gold
There for
given.
MP. They avoid the potential trouble that was coming the direction from SG. That might not have stopped the thirst of SG here. King RD.
They're not aware that Fata is doing Roche with Enigma.
And that Solar Crest is helping to bring it down so fast. Yeah, that's an easy Aegis right there. Good grab, good behind the back there from MP.
Sun has fallen to the radiant.
Forever.
And that's going to feel pretty good for them. I mean, this game was still in their favor as terms of net worth, but you know, when you're feeling your TA get brought down a couple of times and you're questioning the way they're going to be able to peak and snowball, it's going to be nice to be able to hold on to that extra life. For now, Fata takes that Aegis, and he has that Deso done. At the same time, I'm seeing some items complete here for SG, as ADR has his Bloodstone now complete. And for our Life Stealer, looks like he has plans to build up into that
Radiant's
shard.
bottom tower is under attack.
What
Radiant
shard? He's
structures
going
are
for like a
fortified.
Silence Bloodthorn.
Yeah. Oh, what did I say shard? I don't know why I said shard. I was thinking Blood Shard.
Radiant's bottom
Bloodthorn.
tower has fallen.
It's going to be going up into the Bloodthorn there.
Dire's top
But
tower
MP
is
are coming
under
as well.
attack.
Top lane, pressuring in for a tier 2 already. And with the
Dire's structures
overpower
are
coming out from
fortified.
Pi, this TA could take
Dire's
towers
top
super
tower is
fast.
under attack.
SG don't seem to care at all. They're
Radiant's
pushing through
bottom
this bottom
tower
lane,
is
going for a
under
tier 2
attack.
themselves.
Radiant's
Yeah, Enigma picked up a
structures are
blink,
fortified.
and
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Flames rush
I still think they can defend that tier 2
Radiant's
tower on bottom with
tower is under
Aegis.
attack.
Well, MP's here now. Or at least Envy is. Is he hoping to get the slight chain down on anyone trying to TP back? Maybe him or Owie. There's one TP there, and they can't quite cancel it in time. The chain's
Dire's
also going to
top
miss
tower
another
is
target.
under attack.
Looks like everybody from the SG side will be able to rotate all the way up and above, and now they're making their own chase. Oh, Fata turns it around, slams down King RD, and now they're going to be going in for the black hole in hopes of finishing out HFN, and they'll get it. He's going to be out too without a buyback, nearly 50 seconds. Now Cat, skinned alive, 2 shots. Turnaround Laguna will be there from ADR, but it's only for the Aegis. Envy's going to be able to move in, land down the chains, and get the Lina finish. She'll be up in just a few seconds' time, but a huge can of whoop-ass being opened from MP in the top lane.
They tried to go for counterplay because they saw that their Nyx is on the bottom and Ember Spirit,
Dire's
but
middle
Ember
tower
Spirit
is under
has
attack.
BOTs and TP top and good black hole, and they just outnumbered them.
And hard takedown for HFN too. Back to the drawing board for SG on this one. Boots of Travel for ADR is next up, but has a way to go. They need to be able to get back out there and get some extra vision on their map. I'm looking over their vision now. They simply only have that one ward there at the bottom, and then a deep one towards MP's Ancient side. But it's their side of the woods that's just feeling incredibly unsafe.
Oh, AUI has
Yeah.
an eye on Lina.
Yep. She had just been taken down. She only has 8 charges, but that number seems to be going down once again as she tries to hustle her way out. She hides within the trees, but there's nowhere to run. MP easily take her down and could get right back on the board with this top lane.
Where is that? Slardar smoked on bottom lane. They will try to make a go on Envy.
Yep, they already go in. It's a good lead in, but Envy's able to get the one remnant off and a second one to make it to the high ground. It's close, but no cigar this time for SG.
Crystal Maiden just a little bit too far behind to actually cast Frostbite to lock him down.
And it will cost him. Let's take a quick
That
peek
would-
here.
That would be a big kill for
Dire's
them.
middle tower is under attack.
Not able to get it. We're going to see the money continue to come together here. Heeding your advice. Next up is going to be MSS's BKB, which means there's really nothing to stop him from getting out those big black holes. Fata, after completing out his Deso, is going to get a BKB himself. Actually, his BKB is already done. And Envy for the Octarine, it would appear.
Yeah, Solar Crest finished on him for that Nyx bomb. It's Slardar. Nothing weird there. What is that? 27 armor on Ember Spirit.
That's a lot of armor. I mean, necessary. You're looking at the Slardar physical burst lineup that's SG have with the Lifestealer.
Black hole is up. No smokes, but no, there's no smokes flying. Fata with the 10-second BKB. They will be able to take those tier 2 towers down easily.
It's just really MP going down the docket right now. It feels like they've been able to set themselves up to pull out this checklist and start going through the map and picking up all that money that's available to them. Tier 1s have already been taken out, but Tier 2s could be next here, while also
Dire's
keeping a
bottom
watchful
tower is
eye
under
always
attack.
across the map. They have that kind of global
Soldier's
presence with the
fortune.
power of the Wisp. But it looks like they smoke, and their move will be made here through the bottom lane. And right onto HFN, stunning him up and taking him out before Rage could even come out. This guy is gone without a buyback for nearly a minute. That will easily secure the tier 2 tower now for MP. And watch for them to just push on in for high ground, because they will probably think that they can force out a buyback, but there's not even going to be
Dire's
one to
bottom
force
tower
out.
has fallen.
Yeah, there's no buyback, but a good wall placed. They might
Radiant's middle
actually
tower
just
is
go
under attack.
around, go top, or just kill tier 2 tower mid.
Let's see here. Looks like for now they pull all the way back and around. They can't, or they don't feel comfortable simply cutting across the lane and trying to cut the lane entirely. A tier 2 and a Lifestealer pick is pretty good for MP. It also will cost SG their wall rather, to fend off that
Radiant's
push.
top tower is under attack.
But still overall a great
Dire's
spot for
middle
MP.
tower
They're
is under
farming the
attack.
most of the map, and we're already seeing a crippling position for SG at this point in time.
Radiant's top tower
very, very
is under
tough.
attack.
Yeah, it's very tough. Feels like SG is stuck in their base. They want to make a move. Slardar picked up a gem. Is there a smoke? No.
Regeneration.
Hey, get the ward down.
Blessings.
They check all the high grounds here. Do they have a
Nice
smoke
burn.
on hand? No, you just saying that. So they can't even follow up this with any sort of movement. Invisrid.
Invisibility.
Maybe now you get a hold of the Lifestealer and hope to go for a setup. But at this point, MP are just getting a lot of money that no one is super easy to burst. Pie's getting close to his mechanism too. That means it's going to be even harder for SG to get any sort of finishes here.
It's time for next Roche. Should be up pretty soon.
May respawn in
Yeah,
about
May.
7 seconds. We'll see how forgiving this could be for SG or not. I feel like a fast timer would only favor MP in this case. And what would you know?
Radiant's
It's
bottom tower
16
is under
seconds.
attack.
So MP are going to be super happy about
Radiant
that.
structures are fortified.
They still continue to work the majority of this map, taking away the SG front.
Dire's
So
middle
SG know the
tower is
only
under
safe
attack.
place to farm is
Radiant's
on
bottom
MP
tower
side. And look at
is
this.
under attack.
They end up crossing
Radiant's
paths with
bottom
Envy
tower
here,
has
but even
fallen.
with leading in a stun, Envy feels like he takes no damage at all. And it's going to be a wall forced out from Tavo as it's
Dire's top
SG
tower is under
going to be
attack.
forced to go on retreat. C4T rushes in and gets shot down immediately as Fata does the work in nearly 2 quick hits. A chase now, ADR hiding within the
Dire's
trees.
structures are
Envy
fortified.
can't quite get a new chain set out in time to be able to get the TP canceled. HFN is still here fighting though, and taking it to Fata. Pi dishing out everything he can to keep him alive and well. With the overcharge in the urn, it's still not even going to be good enough. And HFN will work his way through and being able to get the takedown.
Fada committed for that BKB to get a kill on Crystal Maiden, and they should just back off after that. Also, again, Crystal Maiden was so close to cast that Frostbite on Envy, but not in range. Maybe if she had a Tranquil Boots, enough money to buy a Tranquil Boots, actually. They could have scored 2 kills with that extra movement speed.
Yeah, but she's like in serious poverty this game. 12.25 net worth. It's, she's in the slums, we'll say. Gotta go Frostbite a creep or so. But the timing just might not be there for him. While HFN and ADR have to gobble up most of the farm, any sorts of farm, the breadcrumbs that are barely available to them on their own side of the map. MP are just waiting things out a bit. The Roche is up, as we were alluding to before, so MP possibly just going to be posturing up in that area in order to just take the Roche or take a fight and then follow it up with a possible Roche.
Death and gold are
They have traps there near the Roche, so the MP will know if they try to go for it. Also, BKB is finished on Enigma, so there's nothing that can stop her from casting a black hole.
And next up on docket is going to be the Octarine Core 2 for MSS, and if it gets to that point, I would really be worried for SG. That is pretty much a black hole every time. Envy goes down. Bottom lane.
They managed to take him down with that Orchid.
Orchid set up with the crush coming in from King RD is going to allow them to get the quick finish. And now MP are going to be down a member here.
Does
I
he
guess
have
SG,
a buyback?
SG might
Yes.
want to move in for the Roche pit with their advantage in numbers, but yeah, if a buyback comes out, that could change plans a bit. They're going to plant the Sentry, and they're going to quickly take out the trap. And now they look to go in and make their move. Do MP want to consider buying out Envy for this?
Yeah.
Oh, Fata just quickly takes out Cat, jumps across the river, and just deletes her from the game. But that will be his BKB to do so. ADR walking in under the invis, waits to dish out the stun, will finally do so. They followed up with the secondary stun. The Laguna will be there, but Fata still holds a good chunk of life. Pull back out, MSS blinks in, doesn't quite commit the black hole. Gets to hold on to it, but also the wall was dropped on top of it.
There is no wall right now, there's no Lina ulti. 20 seconds to that, Envy is out in 5 seconds. This looks really good for NP.
Yeah, MP didn't even have to buy back. This is great for MP. SG are not going to be able to make the move in and go for any sort of finish. And without wall now, it's going to be tough. But we'll see. Looks like
BKB. Yeah, BKB is finished for ADR. Again, they're going for Envy. Can they catch him? Okay, he knows something is up.
all right, SG take to this side. They'll have that ADR BKB on hand for the next upcoming fight. While MP are already on the other side, moving in with inside the Roche. It looks like, again, they'll be able to take it without too much distraction coming in from SG. I don't know if SG were hoping to catch someone from MP walking that direction, but they will not get so. MP take it, and it's going to be an Aegis pocketed up from Fata.
a soldier's fortune.
Again, Fata with that Aegis. There's tier 2 tower left on mid. They can try to kill that and just continue to slow siege. Also, tier 3 tower on top is almost gone. Plus, they have a Wisp, so they can just try to fake a fight, maybe relocate, get to that tower top, or just TP bottom. Also deal damage to some tower. They don't need to rush anything right now.
Yeah, the ball is in MP's court for sure. It's pressure on SG to be able to make a unique approach. They have since picked up King RD a Shadow Blade. I'm not too sure how new that is, but could help them get a setup play. He's going to be taking that all the way through into the bottom lane here. But the pressure's coming top. Fata's able to move in. They get the finish on the tier 3, and now if they'd like, they could always just walk away and go for the free money. That's the shrines, and that actually might be the case.
The thing is, Slaughter doesn't have a TP. I mean, they can try to go on Envy. Okay, Envy knows he's there. What? How? He just pinged him out. There's no wards at all there.
He could just be pinging in that area as if they're there waiting for me, and he would be right if that was the case. They make their jump in. A relocate comes, but it's going to be too late for the save, and HFN will just rage TP away. Can't say the same for King RD, but it is a good pick at the end of the day for SG.
He's gonna lose a gem there.
Oh, that is unfortunate. 1 more second, 3 seconds from Shadowblade. Nah, he goes down. Big melt strikes there from Fata. That's going to be a gem.
Can't outrun.
Yeah, I wonder how Envy know the exact same, the exact place where Slaughter was standing. Like, he pinged it out, like, out of the whole map, he just pinged it. Do you see my pings?
Oh, I know. Yeah, I saw. I saw his ping too. I could only imagine it was a good guess at assuming they're probably waiting over there. And he's probably saying, if they are waiting over there, they're going to jump me. Just be ready to relocate. But they happen to jump him much sooner than that, and sooner than I'm sure they were expecting. So coincidence maybe, but look at this. Ali's moved in, starting things out without Fata, but now Fata shows up, and it's ADR in a bit of trouble, but they get him with the last little shot. C4T, oh my God! And she's gone. She cannot even handle the damage coming out from Fata. She valiantly tries, but yeah. Fata, it just slashes Lena, and poor Crystal Maiden has to watch her sister go down, and then she will also be just decimated. It's vicious, really. And now we're going to be seeing Fata able to kind of just siege away, if he'd like. Firstly scouting in with the trap, and now just goes top where the Raxes were already exposed. Unhealable damage on the ranged Raxes. It's going to get dropped.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
And now the Glyph is going to get forced out from
Dire's
SG.
structures are fortified. Radiant's
Okay, they
top
pinged
tower
out the
has fallen.
Glyph.
Too hard to fight into. There's going to be MSS waiting back behind him with a blink and a black hole. But eventually they're going to have to do something about it. They move in, and, well, MSS finally gets the jump in. Owie is going to be going down, but that's when the black hole gets dropped. It's going to get the finish on King RD. The follow-up HFN kill is going to be there, and he's going to have to buy back. He steps back into action. Good stun there from ADR. Laguna follow-up. Can't quite get the finish, and Envy will be able to bounce out the other way. Now looking to man up onto Fata, the buyback life of HFN as he looks to slowly chase him down. They finally slow him with the Malphus stun, and he's going to have to turn the other direction and head back inside where it's safe.
Yeah, they still lost the Raxes. The wall is committed. The buyback from Nikes. They have everything on NP side besides Black Hole, so that they can still go in again. Aegis is still up.
Shrine's there now too for more money.
Well, if you manage to see in those fights, everything is being pinged out. This is like really good for the players to take notes. You see buyback from Nikes being pinged out. You see the exact moment Black Hole is casted.
Yeah, that is
The
really
Glyph-
cool. It's something we
Glyph
didn't
as
get
well.
to see before, is them utilizing that chat wheel timer on working with all the spells and all the hefty cooldowns outside of just Roche, and is something for a lot of people to try to practice, to take their gaming to the next level, you know?
Get good.
Get good quick by doing the timer. Oh, Fata in a bit of trouble. Mid lane, they hit him with a power bomb, but he shrugs it off, hits his BKB, and oh, are you kidding me?
MKB proc.
HFN, can't even believe it either. I didn't even know he had an MKB until I realized how hard he was hitting, and then suddenly the mini bash.
Well, that's why that's why he used Hurricane Pike for extra attack speed.
Wow. And that's HFN without a buyback. That could be the game right there. That little bit of extra RNG. Fata begins to go to work, gets a new Pike off. King RD will go into Shadowblade to avoid further damage. MSS stepping in, needs 1 more second for the black hole. It's up and available now. They already get the takedown of Crystal Maiden. could be looking for a new approach. MSS waits for his Blink Dagger to refresh. The jump in's there from Fontainebleau. Envy dances around and deals with the Darkseer a bit. Now King RD counter stuns there. Move in. Black Hole will connect on to 2 as it's going to be MP looking to put the nail in the coffin on this series. It's only the Lina there with the buyback, but they are all dead according to MSS. Remember, Allied chat, this is not BM after all, but it is feeling pretty good. You can see the confidence pouring out from MP as they clear out their second set of racks and have probably secured their trip into the lower bracket final in a matchup against the Thunderbirds. I think it's going to be their first time meeting as well in this qualifier too. So a very intense match, but here we see the final hurrah for SG. It's been a hell of a run for the South American team. Their stock does continue to rise. Unfortunately, they disconnect before they even call a good game, but this one is over.
Did they call it?
They, I think
They
one of them
did,
said
they
GG.
did.
One of them said GG.
Yeah. 3 of them said, yeah. All right. It's all good then.
Yeah, except we're in this awkward funk where the throne doesn't die. Very anticlimactic, SG. Can you at least let us have this moment?
No one wrote the GG. Okay.
All right, well, it's over. That sucked.
Dire's
Well,
bottom tower is under attack.
Lacoste, it is NP getting the win on this one. Obviously, a very
Dire's bottom
disheartened
tower
SG
has
squad will take their
Radiant's
exit,
bottom
not
tower
from this
is under
series, but
attack.
also from the tournament too. What I was getting into before they just immediately pieced
Dire's
out
middle tower is under
was it
attack.
was a good run. You know, they found their way, barely able to make it past complexity and into the playoffs.
Radiant's
Yeah,
bottom
there's been
tower
lots
is
of
under
talks and
attack.
discussions about the servers, and you know, they even had a couple of stand-ins along the way, but we'll be looking out for more SG esports in the future.
Yeah, that is definitely correct. They're looking strong. Maybe they have a little bit
Is under attack.
like more ping when playing online. We saw that they can upset pretty much any team
Dire's middle tower has
during the Kiev, and
Dire's ancient
well,
is under
we'll
attack.
see more of them pretty soon.
All right, finally. Thank you,
Radiant
MP,
victory.
for sticking it out and taking down the throne so that we can finally just have some freaking closure here. All right. This one is done. We will put it in the books, and we're going to be going down to just 1 day left. Lacoste, I know it's getting super late there, but final thoughts on the series, final thoughts on the day, and then we get to wrap things up and get ready for grand final time tomorrow.
Yeah, DC looking the strongest out of all these teams, not because they're in the finals, but their playstyle and the recent changes of a player and some roles really looking good. Also, MP looks strong, not that strong as DC, I gotta admit. But I don't know. Tomorrow will be very interesting matches. Thunderbirds kind of in a sloppy position for quite some time. I don't think they did that well in the recent tournaments, and it's their time to shine as well. They also NP. It's always fun to watch Sama playing with his kind of innovative strategies, and now that they brought Fata in, also swapping the roles. Just in general, Dota in NA becoming like it's better competition. Like you have these DC, some teams from South America, like SG. You have Thunderbirds. It's like a bigger, better competition. Like it's not more one-sided like before. EG, Call, and some stacks.
Yeah, there are definitely more names looking to make names for themselves and trying to not just allow EG to be the one and only America team. There are lots of contenders now, and it's funny because between all those kinds of contenders, which maybe now you would consider like Team NP, Thunderbirds, DC, it almost feels like a rock, paper, scissors match between those teams. But I would say lately DC have definitely looked like the hottest team around. And tomorrow, we'll find out if that's going to be the case or not. We're all done for now. Tomorrow, it gets super exciting as we will lead things out with a best-of-3 lower bracket final. The first time these two teams will meet in this qualifier, NP versus Thunderbirds. That's right, NP versus Thunderbirds, first best-of-3. And then after that, we have the grand final best-of-5, where we have Digital Chaos currently in that grand final, where they will wait for the winner. All right, guys, that does it for today. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, as all of the final slots for the Summit 7 are going to be decided. It's going to be a doozy. We'll see you then for more action. Take care, and if you want to show some love, hit up Lacoste at Lacoste.